Hello, the Metaverse Football League channel. There you go. That's what it's called, isn't it? I think that's the long name for MFL. Anyway, that's easy for me to say, especially after I've started on the Madry on a Friday night. But I thought just do a quick video, just give everybody an update on things. I was intending on doing a wee bit of content surrounding packs, and yeah, they went like hotcakes. So I was sitting there to press buy. I had my wallet loaded and everything, and just went within a second. So it's nice to see a bit of demand and everything, and things seem to be sort of going well in general for everyone. Before I give you an update on the gallery, etc., I know there's other people doing good sort of videos on tips and things. My number one tip actually for people is just to join a good group. So I'm gonna go on in a wee minute and show you some of the guys I picked up and have spent a bit of money and stuff on the site. But feels as if actually just after a short period of time I've learned a lot. And it's kind of funny being the noob, like not knowing like what he do and the answers to questions and things. But when you're in a good group, it's really good. So I'm in the Sorare Ramble group. There's an MFL section on there, and the boys been absolutely brilliant. So if any of you are watching this, thanks very much for your help. It is much appreciated. And obviously, if I have any sort of spare players from time to time, I always try and prioritise letting the guys have a loan, etc., on reasonable terms there as well. So yeah, I think that's obviously something you should really seriously consider if you're learning the game, especially if you're putting a bit of money in. I mean, obviously, if you want to just take your time and sort of grind it up and things like that, then you can do that as well. There's no harm in doing that too. But if you're going to put your money in, then the quicker you learn, the better, really. So in terms of what's happening, we've just went through the sort of transfer window, and that's another part of the Metaverse Football League. We'll just call it MFL now, right? Because the beers will start going down and I'll not be able to say Metaverse Football League in about half an hour's time. So, yeah, it's one of the things I really like about it is that a lot of this stuff sort of mimics what happens in real life. So, I picked up players which I'll come back to, and obviously I've got my two different clubs. So, Dublin are sort of starting. Well, I bought Dublin obviously, so they were starting a wee bit higher up. Currently sitting third in the Stone League, which is like second from bottom league, and then obviously I'm hoping to get up to third league, but we've done a bit of sort of work there as well. So in terms of the overall squad, when I did sort of inherit this squad, or I bought it over, a lot of the guys were loaned in and on revenue share. So see, revenue share is 66%. So I only get a third of this, which I knew when I was buying. So did actually bring in some guys and sort of loaned them in. So this guy's goalkeeper, 5'10", not very big. Nice hair though. Looks even scarier than me. He's big guys. But 23 years old as well. No real progression or anything so far. But again, another fun part of the game I like is like that fact you don't know what the hidden ratings for progression are as well. This guy, Alderete, again, I picked up. Pretty strong player. He's not a dribbler anyway. He's not good at shooting, but he can defend. And again, he's only 23. So I put him into Dublin there as well. And where's the other guy I put in? This is my sort of like one of my sort of star signings so far. So 92 for pace. Really solid stats overall. So he's a 78 overall, but if you look at his key stats, I mean, physical, I'm not as concerned about for a right winger. 80 passing, 92 pace, 81. Remember, these are at 100, and I think the top player in the game at the moment is like average 92, 93 rated or something. So pretty good. Progression wise, looks if he's kind of getting there. I'll come back to that a wee minute as well. So I've done a wee bit of work there, which is good. Remember, obviously, on this game, if you're kind of new to it, you do become the player's sort of agent, and then you can loan to your own clubs or you can loan to other clubs as well. So, anyways, back to my HQ in terms of players, etc. The other part I really like just now before I talk about the players is the sort of performance and progression side of things. So One thing that happens is players train, etc. So a couple of these guys I've bought are actually out on other clubs still. Yeah, so I'm sort of moving myself out of the way because I was right in the middle of overall pace shooting, passing, and dribbling there, which I will be dribbling in about an hour's time, but it'll be Madry dribbling down from my beard. So, yeah, one of the fun parts I like about this is players all have a hidden rating, right? So if you're kind of new to it or you don't know about it, they've got like a hidden potential rating, and then depending on how they're managed, they'll reach that potential. And if they're young, their peak age could be whilst they're quite young, or the peak age could be whilst they're older, which means that you might have late developers and all that sort of stuff as well. But you do get like training and everything too. And once training happens, people start improving. So this guy, for example, has actually been up to already, which is like amazing. Now he's actually still at Yali stock or whatever you call them. And although I bought him, I knew that he was still under contract to the end of the season. But like a season's only like half of the season left. It's only 2 weeks away. I think it finishes the 8th of December or something. So it's fictional season's not like a full year in real life terms. This dude as well is up +2, so he's improved 2 for passing. We Scottish guy there, he'd probably be on the Swally night as well. So I'll be back to -2 tomorrow because I'll be hungover. Got a young guy here who's went +3 for defending, which is like just in a short period of time is awesome. So there's a real sort of progression part of the game where, you know, if you get guys who are a bit younger, then it's really a sort of fun way to sort of look at it. So, for example, if you sort these guys by age here, I do have a few players who are a bit sort of younger. They're sort of lower overalls, so they might never ever be like a kind of legendary player or whatever, but might be the odd one that really develops quite well. And I've got a few sort of bits of quality in. Guys who are like 17, etc. And I've noticed that it's quite a sort of natural market. So if you think in real life, like when Rooney comes through, I'm not talking about when he's getting near grannies and all that stuff. I'm talking about with the football. So he burst onto the scene. He was like 17 years old. Man United, we were signing him straight away. They paid big money for him. So again, it's the same here, because if you get somebody who's really good and they're 17 years old, well, you know, all right, this guy's going to be 18 in like 2 weeks' time. So, you know, they're going to get older a bit quicker, but you're getting all the different seasons of usage and everything, which is really, really good. So, what we've done with the overall sort of squad, so I've added loads of pretty good players. I've seen the right hand side here, Tokyo, Dublin, so that's one I've got into Dublin. Pantic has went to Hoodwink at Diageo. Hope you look after him, buddy. Didn't have enough like transfers to use, so again, mid-season you can only make 3 transfers in. Just makes loads of sense. I think a lot of the stuff that happens in this game, like, you know, you can't just go out middle of the season just buy 10 players. You know, just buy the league type thing. You can only switch a few in. This guy's at Dublin. A lot of these guys are still at their clubs, but I've made sure I bought people who are back in for season 2, and there's some sort of platform improvements coming for that as well. So I've got really lots of sort of quality up there. Sound like Brendan Rodgers now. Pace, power, intensity. We want to play with a high press. Then I've also got quite a good choice, and you'll see I've purposely bought guys who are like under 24 or whatever, just like because if I'm putting in like an initial investment, spending $20 and $30 per player, well, I just don't want to do that and then they retire like in a month's time. I want to use them. I want to enjoy it. I want to do some content. Want to win some matches, lose some matches. I'm already losing some matches, so this is the sort of, it'll be sort of split into 2 tiers. Celtic at the moment are starting from the bottom. You know, some of these guys down the sort of slightly lower ratings will be actually sort of starting off at Celtic, particularly maybe the 17-year-old guys, etc. Then we'll look to sort of work up. Now, with Celtic at the moment, they've got kind of all the sort of snash that I bought at the start, where I didn't know what I was doing. So the good thing was that when I didn't know what I was doing, at least I never spent a lot of money. Obviously, I've spent a bit more now. But yeah, a lot of these guys are pretty shite. they're just shit. I mean, this guy actually I got in the initial pack or whatever, like when I went on the site and paid for a pack, so like can't really do much with that. Gene Ho, things up 1 already, so go on yourself, Gene. Gene the Machine. Again, got Gene in a pack as well. I think I did pick up a few of the sort of younger guys here, and this guy's in on loan just now. And basically, this is all a bit crap. So I mean, yeah, 68. I like this guy. He was my sort of initial star signing. These guys are pretty good as well. So I've got a really good strike force, but can't really defend. But the schedule we've got just now is like something called the Redemptions Cup. So it's like a warm up competition. It's not really an actual league. What really sort of excites me about the game, like, I'm not going to lie, pressing the wrong buttons already, it's just like seeing what people are doing at the top end and stuff, and the amount of money, like obviously that some of the insane players and stuff go for. So let's have a wee look up, because it's like a pyramid structure, and Dublin, if we get promoted, are like third league up, if not second bottom, which isn't great. But look at these teams, meta mercenaries and stuff, so let's go and look at the club page for these guys and see what kind of insanity is actually going on here in terms of the squads. Just madness. So 90 rated, 86 rated, like 95, just crazy. It's out of 100. So these are all legendary players. So it's basically full squads of legendary players, which is just absolutely bonkers. I don't know if any of these have changed hands recently. I know that a lot of stuff doesn't always sort of show as well, but let's see if there's any sort of values on here just to give it, if you're new, an idea of what happens up at the top. Yeah, these are all sort of contracts. One shows a big one. Yeah, so it's all signature contracts, but yeah, I mean, some of the values of these guys are just mad. So we'll have a look at the marketplace. Actually, that's probably a good place to go and go to this sort of overall. So a lot of the sort of average players are worth reasonable real life prices, and then you've got these guys listed for crazy amounts. Like $2,000-3,000, etc. Did see a confirmed deal earlier where somebody paid like $2,000 for somebody. So you might think, oh, this is absolute madness, and like, who's ever going to pay like all that? But the game's set up really well in terms of supply and demand, as far as I can see, and basically it is all sorted out in a way that teams are scarce, etc. So hang on, I need to go home. My HQ, back to HQ. Yeah. So the good thing about it is, as far as I can see, it's a good thing about it is, obviously they're fake players and everything. So yeah, fair enough. But the game has complete control over supply and demand. So there was 88 packs, and most of those were rare players in the packs, and then there was a couple of legendary players, and it was a small percentage of that. So that's all under control. Obviously from the site's end, because obviously there's been like people like myself or other people coming in from so rare and the like, then the market started to go up a bit, but that's natural. That shows the supply and demand's working. I really like the way the windows work as well, because you get a burst activity during the window. So because I'm new to the game, I was quite happy to like spend a couple £100 and start building up my squad, knowing that the second season's only 2 weeks away. But mostly people not really want to do that. But you can still go buy somebody. You just got to check how many seasons, obviously, they're under contract for. So, who am I excited by in terms of players I've picked up, etc.? This guy I bought earlier, and I'm pretty excited by him actually. He's only a overall 73 rated, but I think this is one of the key things I picked up in the Ramble group, etc. as well. So one of the guys, I think it was Massive Ericsson, was discussing this. Can't remember whose point it was. Sorry if I've not given credit to the right person, but I was kind of flicking through and looking at the overall and say, that guy's 60 or whatever, he can't be very good. But if you're looking for strikers or whatever, then really you should be, if you're looking in a range, say, right, I'm looking for a young striker, and then you should be filtering to the key stat that you're looking for. And the key stat is you don't want him to be a diddy in front of goal. You don't want somebody that couldn't score in a barrel of Shanine Nanjiani's. Rhymes with Shanine Nanjiani, and it is. Leave it to your imagination. Couldn't score in a barrel of. Right, you get the point. So 80 for shooting, fantastic. Progression wise, not really progressed much so far, so might still have a bit of potential left, might not, don't know. He's only 18, loads of time, not very good at passing, pretty strong, good at dribbling, and not the fastest, but 6'3", and plays up top, so it's kind of target man thing. So, I quite like, in terms of like what I've been doing so far, is to have like sort of good wide players and things. I've got a few strong wide players. If I can get the ball in, then obviously the big man's going to be getting the jaggy bun on a poof right in at the back post into the beans on toast. So yeah, pretty excited by that signing. Picked up this guy earlier as well. Brazilian, 17, 85 for dribbling and 81. So again, you look at 73 and think, oh, that's not like a rare card. It's not one of the blue cards, but maybe not. Maybe not like overall brilliant, but I don't really care if he's 53 for defence. I mean, like I could obviously play him as a centre midfielder, so that's relevant. But best position, centre attack mid, and 69 for shooting, still pretty good. 17 years old as well, 85 for dribbling, 81 for pace. So flying machine, good at dribbling, good at shooting, pretty good at passing as well. Still only 17, loads and loads of years left. See obviously how it goes. So yeah, I'm really excited by these guys that I've sort of picked up as well. Just sort of moving forward. Sorry to interrupt here. I'm just libating myself. It's Friday night, and that's one of the other things I want to say as well. Is that sometimes you're on platforms and this fancy S word called sentiment and everything. There's sentiment good, sentiment bad, and markets and all this sort of stuff. But what I find really sort of quite cool with this site is just there's loads of sort of community things going on. So people watching other people's games, people slagging each other off for winning and losing against each other. There's that kind of element of it. So it's like a competitive element. It's a good setup, honestly. Even when you get to the end of the games, you can download the result for the game. You can sort of gives into a nice way to post it for social media and stuff. Some people watch this go, oh, it's fake players. No, that's fake players. But like, who does honestly? Like, if you like football and you've played some sort of football manager, champ manager game or whatever, you will love this. Like, you will honestly, I can guarantee that you will absolutely love it. I was actually sitting like last night. It was like 11 o'clock or whatever. I was on my phone, so I really should go to sleep. And I was actually just sitting looking through a marketplace. Like, it's like, I need a forward. Like, I know. You call me sad if you want. I don't care. You do what you're enjoying doing. So yeah, I've put in more than I really originally anticipated. I want to work up my teams. I want to get up sort of near the top or whatever, and I might not get to a stage where I'm saying, well, I'm just going to pay $2,000 for one of these sicko type football players, but never know. Maybe I'll win one. Maybe I'll get one from a pack. Maybe I'll build up some MFL at some point, and I can sort of pick one up as well. So that's what I really find quite cool about the game. Nobody's promising in the game that there's going to be like $2,000 for first will win the division or whatever. But you get to a stage where you pick up some MFL etc. and you build that up. Then you could end up picking up one of these players. There's only 9 left at the moment. That'll be deliberate, so those will, I'd imagine, go when people start getting paid out for their division wins, etc. And then they'll regenerate later on. So all sort of hopefully nice and balanced as well. So there we go. That's the overall update on things. That's where I'm with the journey so far. I'm really enjoying it. Anybody really wants to join you, have a chat about it, whatever, then let me know. There's quite a few people, I think it's about 11 people clicked the link already, so there's definitely a lot of interest. Loads of guys who are playing it. You don't have to say, oh, I play so rare, I can't play on our game. You could do both. You don't have to leave so rare, you don't have to leave other sites, you don't have to say, oh, I can't play Footium and play MFL or whatever. I would just give it a go and see if you enjoy it. I think that's the main sort of thing I'd say. And as I said earlier, get yourself in some sort of good group with people that have already been playing the game, because there's no substitute for that. You just message and just say, can I ask a question about that? Because I had a question earlier about, what are the potential increases with players and what's the different percentages of that. And within like 30 seconds or a minute, Jimbo had just like sent me a picture of it, and it's like, here we go, that's the article on it, and 1 to 2 overall's got a 20% chance, and this one's got 30% chance, that's got 30% chance, and there's a very small chance it could end up absolutely gravy, and here's the article on it, and that was that answered within a minute. And it's so much easier, you can learn so much quicker when you can sort of bounce things off other guys and enjoy things as well. So on that note, I'm going to go. In terms of updated sort of content stuff soon, I'm going to probably show a few matches and things. It's nothing outrageous happening, but there will be hotting up towards playoffs, etc. And see if we can get up into the top leagues. Then we'll have a transfer window again. So I think it'll be 2 weeks' time we'll open our transfer window. Then we'll be getting into season 2, and we'll go from there. Anyways, do appreciate everybody watching. If you're enjoying the content in the channel, please do like and subscribe as well. I've had some good feedback. People just enjoying seeing a bit of different content and not just stuff regarding other games. Thanks again for watching, and enjoy your weekend. I was going to say good luck and go fuck her. That's what I usually say when finish on sorry. But if you've got a game on tonight, then good luck and go fuck. Cheers.